Hello students, this is the first video lecture of chapter 10 Mensuration, class 6th Max. Okay, so generally what happens after hearing the name of chapter in Max, we have a rough idea what would be there in the chapter. For example, if we talk about circles. If I say the chapter name is circle, which I think would be you would be studying in class 9th and 10th. So after hearing the term circles, you would make an assumption, yes, you would be studying about circles, how to calculate their area, how to calculate their perimeter. Now you would be thinking, what is area, what is perimeter? So no need to worry. I would make you assured that after completion of this video lecture, you would be able to have a rough idea regarding these terms, because these terms would be included in this chapter. Okay, what else I was saying, that let's suppose not we take we should not take about circles, but if I take about integers, or if I take about whole numbers, if I take about number system. Okay, so there are different chapters. So after hearing the terms, you are able to get a assumption, yes, this would be this chapter would be like this chapter would be included something like this. But after hearing this term mensuration, you would be quite confused what things would be included in this chapter, or what is the chapter about. So the chapter is basically about measurement. The chapter is basically about measurement of different geometric figures like circle, triangle, square, rectangle. You know these shapes? These shapes, how can we measure these shapes? How measurement is applied in day-to-day life. Now this is not related to meter, kilometer, centimeter. Okay, that the convergence wala, वो units वाला है ना, वो नहीं है. But this is something new. So this is very important also. Why this is important and why I am emphasizing more on this chapter is because this chapter would be continuing in class 7 and has the same name, mensuration. So in class 7 you would be having elaboration of this chapter. So if you want to make study easy in class 7, if you want to grasp more in class 7, if you want to excel in class 7th, okay, it's fine. I am going more into deep, but the thing is to make your basic concepts clear now only, so that you won't be facing any difficulty further in higher standards. Basically what can I say is, if we start with mensuration. So mensuration, as I say, is something related to measurement. And what is the so-called perfect definition of mensuration is that mensuration is a branch of mathematics. So mathematics is a quite wide field. It involves many other things. Max doesn't mean max. It involves number system. It involves geometry. It involves calculation, some problems. Okay, so there are different fields in max. Okay, so there is nothing to say that in max sometimes you would be talking about shapes. So sometimes you would be talking about number systems. Sometimes you would be talking about to solve variables, to make a equation. If it is new to you, no problem. Do not you do not get panic, or you do not worry about this, because as soon as you would be moving step by step to higher standards, you would be aware about this field in deeply. Okay, so max, particularly in this chapter, we would be focusing geometry. When I say geometry, so geometry is something related to shapes, and in this chapter, what we would be doing with these shapes? We would be measuring different parameters of the shape. Like we have to measure the length, we have to measure the area, we have to measure the volume. Okay, so I won't be going to volume, but usually in mensuration, volume is also involved. So as I said, this chapter is going to come in higher standard also. That means this might be included in class 7. So if you would be able to calculate area and length of the shapes, you would be able to get the volume. If your basic concept is clear, you would be able to get the higher concepts. Okay, so the thing is, you focus on what all things we are studying in this chapter, so that it would become easy for you to in class 7. Okay, not wasting much time in these things, but here I have written 2D or 3D shapes. That means mensuration involves measurement of area, length and volume in 2D and 3D shapes. So what do you understand by 2D shape? What do you understand by 3D shape? So the basic concept of 2D shape. What do you understand by 2D? Have you heard about 3D? Yes, you have heard. I would since this is the time period for watching more and more movies. In fact, on Netflix and on different you can say using social media apps, Instagrams, you would be watching series on Amazon Prime Video or Netflix, etc, etc. But the thing is, now also you are watching some movies in multiplex. So when since this is the time period where you do online booking for your tickets. Suppose you want to go for to watch, if I say Spider-Man, okay, so if you want to go to watch Spider-Man, so while booking the tickets online, they would be asking you, or rather you would be moving to that box office for booking tickets. Then too also you would be given a choice that if you want to watch movie in 2D or in 3D. So what is the difference between the two? If you watch movie in 2D, they won't be giving you some specs, some particular specific specs. But while you move to the theater in which the screen is such that it is for 3D movies, so you would be they would be giving you some specs, okay, so that you have to wear that while watching. So I think you might have experienced such cases. And the thing is, what difference you feel? In 3D, you feel like the characters are moving out. Okay, if suppose there is a fighting scene going on, and if someone is throwing something on another person, it seems like that it is falling on us. Okay, ऐसा लगता है कि character screen से बाहर निकल के आ रहा है. In which case, in 3D, in 2D it is normal screen. You are watching. It is same as you are watching TV or laptop while watching series or anything. Thing is, when I say, we can also understand this. Like suppose if I draw this, what is it? You would be saying, ma'am, circle. Okay, this is circle. But if I, make you show, suppose in my hand there is ball. Suppose, you imagine there is a tennis ball in my hand. Okay. So if I ask you that what is the shape of tennis ball? Now, you won't be saying it is circle. You would be saying, instead you would be saying sphere. Exactly correct. Okay, sphere. And when I say here, when I try to draw a tennis ball, I would be simply drawing like this. Then this shape becomes circle. So the one which you draw on the page or any like this board, so that figures are referred as 2D. While ones which you can feel, which have some height, okay, they are referred as 3D figures. So sphere, cylinder, cuboid, these are 3D figures. But instead, if I talk about circle, square, rectangle, these are 2D figures. The thing I am emphasizing here is because we would be more focusing in this chapter on 2D figures. Okay, we would be measuring the area and perimeter of 2D figures, or you can say 2D shapes. Okay, two-dimensional shapes. Okay, so the thing I want to emphasize here is that you do not worry about 3D shapes, you do not worry about volume. the thing which we are focusing in this chapter is the area and perimeter. You come to know what we are going to study, but the thing which we are going to study, you are not able to get it. Okay, you are not aware of these terms. Are you? If you are, then it is good enough. But since you are watching my video, I think you are watching to get this knowledge about these new terms, okay, you are encountering. Before moving to what is perimeter, what is area, and what are the contents included in this chapter, okay, we would be starting with the content which is given in textbook. It starts with an introduction. Let us move down to that introduction, which is of plane figures. So the textbook provides you in introduction, there is one long such statement where they just want to say this, that below are certain figures, plane figures, that means the 2D figures are given, okay, and you have to observe them. While observing, you see there are 4 figures given here, okay. If I basically or exactly say what they have mentioned in textbook. So it says, when we talk about some plane figures as shown below, we think of their regions and their boundaries. We need some measures to compare them. We look into these now. So whatever 3 statements which are read is about these figures they have mentioned. These are some figures, and if you want to compare, you won't be saying that since these are plane figures, these all are same. No, this is different, this is different, this is different from this is different from this. Okay, the thing is, how can you say this is different from this? By the shape. It is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 line segments. Here there are 1, 2, 3 lines. So it is having 3 lines, it is having 5 line segments. Okay, in case if I talk this is not having any line, but in curved form. So it is having a curved line, that too only a single boundary. This is only a single boundary. While in case you observe here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 line segments forming this figure. So there is some difference between all these plane figures. And if I want to make or compare these figures, I have to consider some parameters. By using those parameters, I can compare these figures. What are those parameters? We would be reaching to that shortly. Okay, we come down to the next concurrent topic, that is closed figures. So if you observe these figures carefully, all these figures are closed or not? All these figures are closed. Is there any path or hole like this to move inside, to move outside? Is there any path you can observe here in these figures? Absolutely not, obviously. But there are some figures known as open figures. You see here, this is not actually a square, because if I say square is a closed figure. But if I left some space here, or if I do not draw one of the line segment, it is now not considered a square. In fact, it is open figure. You see, this is not a circle, since there are 2 outlets here, or you can say inlet. Okay, there is some kind of space left. So these are considered as what? Open figures. Okay, they are not closed. So I hope the concept of closed and open figures is clear. The concept of 2D and 3D shapes is clear. In this chapter, we would be basically focusing on 2D shapes. Okay. Now, what are the contents? So we would be starting understanding the new term perimeter. Okay, this is one of the parameter. Parameter, that means one of the aspect we are going to focus in this chapter. So here this is perimeter. We would be starting with perimeter. We would be understanding what is perimeter. Okay, then how can we calculate it? There are some different formulas to calculate it, but I would be making you assure that you do not have to mug up that formulas regarding perimeter, because it is simple, talking about boundary. I would be reaching to that. We move down to next. We would be then focusing on perimeter of rectangle. Basically, I would be making you aware about the formula regarding the rectangle and how you can calculate the perimeter of regular shapes such as square, equilateral triangle. Okay, equilateral triangle means the triangle which is having all its three sides equal. तो equal से आता है equi. Okay, all the sides of that particular triangle are equal. Okay, that is equilateral triangle. Then regular. Regular also means same size of sides. Okay, I would be reaching to this in detail. Okay, so we would be studying about hexagon, pentagon, octagon, heptagon, etc., etc. Okay, so hexagon having 6 sides, pentagon having 5 sides. Okay, we would be reaching to that. Next, we would be studying exercise 10.1, solving. I mean, you would be solving with me. Accordingly, we would be also discussing some extra questions, but at the end of this chapter. Okay, so we would be moving down to this. While we would be also solving some solved examples, try these along with this concepts. Okay, then we would be moving down to area. Okay, then exercise, then area, how to calculate area of rectangle, how to calculate area of square. We would be studying some formulas regarding this. Okay, then we would be moving down to exercise 10.3. Okay, and then we would be revising whole chapter with solving few more questions related to the questions which are already or which we have or which we would be solving. Okay, in exercises regarding to this, some similar kind of questions would also be present in this revision. So please do attend revision. You would be able to attend revision very enthusiastically, excitingly, and you would be able to solve these questions only if you understand all these topics very calmly and making your basic concepts strong. So here we start with the first topic, that is perimeter. First topic, that is perimeter. What is perimeter? कब से मैं बोल रही perimeter. What is perimeter? Now the time have reached to understand about what is perimeter. Okay, so again, if you move down to textbook provides you these 3 figures. These are the 3 figures, and you observe them. You would be observing that this first figure is having 1 point S. Here this figure also having 1 point S. This figure also having 1 point S. Ask you, that the textbook asks you to you start move from this point S. And they have also provided to you the direction कि कहाँ से आपको start करना है move करने के लिए. So you have to start from here. किस तरफ मूव करना है? मैं तो यहाँ से भी मूव कर सकती हूँ. आपको एक राउंड बनाना है उस शेप के आसपास, यानी आप यहाँ से स्टार्ट करो. उन्होंने बोला है we would be starting with here, we would be moving to this, coming down and again reaching to point S. Basically it says that you have to make a round, you have to start with S and you have to finish the round with S. We did the same thing as per the direction given by the textbook. As per the point given by the textbook, we would be start moving from here. We would be covering this length of the triangle. Okay, I am not making the round. I am just making you see that you move from here. You come down. You go straight. You ultimately reach again to the point S from where you started. Similarly, you start here. Up, straight, down, sideways, okay, down, again sideways, down, sideways, up, sideways. Ultimately you reach the point S. What you are doing by covering this distance? You are ultimately covering the boundary of the shape. Okay, similarly, start with this point, you move along with this up, sideways, down, sideways. Ultimately, you reach the point from where you started. The thing the textbook wants to say you is the distance covered by you. You know, distance covered by you is equal to the length of the wire used to draw the figure. The thing is, not reaching to this statement first, you know, what is perimeter? Perimeter is the distance covered along the boundary. You were moving along the boundary. So, perimeter is the distance covered along the boundary, forming a closed figure. Obviously, this is forming a closed figure. From where you started, you completed there. You know, you reached there. Is there any hindrance between? Was there any hindrance? कुछ था ऐसा बीच में कि तुम आगे नहीं बढ़ पाओ? No, there was nothing. All the figures, you know, which you traveled along the boundary were closed figures. Okay. So when you go round the figure once, एक बार सिर्फ ये पूरा ऐसा घूम के आ जाओगे, that is nothing but perimeter. Basically, boundary of the shape. अगर मैं बोलती हूँ perimeter of this triangle, बताओ क्या समझते हो? मैं ऐसा बोल रही हूँ perimeter of this triangle, तो तुम बोलोगे कि मैम अब यहाँ पे आप देखो तो डिस्टेंस कवर्ड, जो पेरीमीटर है, पेरीमीटर क्या है? डिस्टेंस है. पेरीमीटर क्या है? डिस्टेंस है. So what would be the unit of perimeter? It would be either centimeter, it would be meter, it would be kilometer. That means it is the unit of length. It is the unit of length. And the distance covered by you, you know, if you want to calculate the perimeter, the distance covered by you know, you started from here, you move up, move down. What you are doing while this? You are, you know, traveling along the boundary, and the distance covered along the boundary, ठीक है, of the closed figure. तुम एक ही बार घूमे ना, यहाँ से स्टार्ट किया, ऊपर गए, नीचे आए, एक ही राउंड घूमे. That एक राउंड, the distance covered in, you know, covering the boundary in one go is nothing but perimeter. Okay, so I hope the concept of perimeter is very clear, and now you are not having, you know, doubt, or you know, you can say you are not blank when I say what is perimeter, or you know, when I say perimeter of triangle. Similarly, if I say perimeter of square, so you start from any one of point. This is not specifically from here. You start from here, you start from here. Suppose you start from here. Okay, you move from here, you move down, sideways, upward. This is, you are moving along the boundary of that particular closed figure. Here it is a square. When you cover the boundary, when you cover the distance, that distance is equivalent to, that distance is equal to the perimeter of that particular figure. So, you know, by solving questions, by taking some examples, we would be understanding perimeter in more detail. So, you know, this is known as perimeter of closed figure. What? Distance covered along the boundary, forming a closed figure. It should be a closed figure. When you go round the figure once, एक ही बार घूमना है, 2-3 बार मत घूम के आना, फिर बोलोगे इतना perimeter है. No. Thing is, only once you have to move along the boundary. Okay? Now, if we talk about daily uses of perimeter, why do we have to study this perimeter? Okay, yes, we have to study because it has some daily uses. Okay, you can find the applications regarding perimeter in your daily life. There are some examples provided in textbook. The textbook provides few examples and asks you to find 5 more examples like this. So I have also listed some which I prefer, and I would also like you to answer, okay, some of the applications of perimeter in daily life, okay, by either you can write in comment box or you can mail me on the mail which is provided in the description box. Okay, so thing is, if I talk about daily uses of perimeter, so suppose a farmer would be having obviously agricultural field. So in his field, ठीक है, suppose farmer है, farmer की एक जमीन है, ठीक है, फार्मर चाहता है कि ये जमीन जो है उसकी प्रोटेक्टेड रहे फ्रॉम वॉन्डरर्स, कि कोई इसके खेती में आके आ न जाए। कौन आ जाएगा भाई? कोई भी एनिमल, कोई भी कैटल इसके फील्ड में नहीं आना चाहिए। तो वो क्या करेगा, फार्मर क्या करेगा, उसके आसपास क्या करेगा, फेंस लगाएगा। वो फेंस कुछ भी हो सकता है ना, वुडन का बना हो सकता है, यू नो सम स्टील रॉड्स और आयरन रॉड से बन सकता है, ठीक है, डिपेंड्स ऑन फार्मर। तो उसने सोचा कि वो वायर का जो फेंस आता है ना, उसका वो फेंसिंग लगा दे अपने फील्ड के आसपास। तो अगर उसको वायर लगाना है तो उसको वायर खरीद के लाना पड़ेगा। अच्छा, तो जब वो शॉपकीपर के पास जाएगा तो शॉपकीपर बोलेगा ना कि भाई मुझे नहीं पता तुम्हारा एग्रीकल्चरल फील्ड कितना बड़ा कितना छोटा है, यू लेट मी नो द मेजरमेंट ऑफ वायर, तुम्हें कितना वायर चाहिए वो मुझे बताओ। शॉपकीपर वुड बी आस्किंग फार्मर टू let him know, okay, the length of the wire he requires। तो फार्मर कितना लेंथ बोलेगा? तो फार्मर ने बोला ये तो मैंने मेजर किया ही नहीं। वो फिर से सिटी से आता है, एग्रीकल्चर में अपने फील्ड पे जाता है और क्या करता है, he would be calculating the length of his field। Suppose his field is rectangular, so rectangle has a length, ठीक है, जो बड़ा वाला होता है वो that is length, and this is you can say breadth or you can say width, ठीक है। तो वो क्या करेगा, वो यहां से गिनना चालू करेगा। सपोज दिस इज 5 मीटर, सपोज दिस इज 2 मीटर, अगेन दिस इज 5 मीटर, दिस इज 2 मीटर। So 5 मीटर, 2 मीटर, 5 मीटर, 2 मीटर। अब क्या करेगा, उसको ऐड करेगा वो, तो 5 मीटर प्लस 2 मीटर प्लस 5 मीटर प्लस 2 मीटर कितना होगा, 5 प्लस 2 7, 7 प्लस 2 9, 9 प्लस 5 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14। That means what? कि इसका जो रेक्टेंगुलर फील्ड है, एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड है, उसका बाउंड्री कितना है, 14 मीटर। ओके, अजम्पशन इतना छोटा नहीं होगा। ओके, बट we are, since calculating, we have to make assumption. So now the the farmer came to know what is the total length of his agriculture field. Okay, now the farmer goes to the shopkeeper and says, give me the 14 meter long wire for fencing required to his field. The shopkeeper would be giving accordingly, he would be fencing around this. So what did farmer do to to get what is the length of the wire required to fence his rectangular field? Okay, farmer को अगर पता लगाना था कि इसको कितनी वायर चाहिए फेंसिंग के लिए, then he should know the length of the boundary of that closed figure, that is his field. Okay, so ultimately what did he calculated? He calculated perimeter. जब तुम टोटल लेंथ निकाल रहे हो बाउंड्री का, कोई भी शेप हो, फिर ट्राइंगल हो, स्क्वायर हो, सर्कल हो, ठीक है, that means ultimately you are calculating perimeter. This is one of the application. Second application, that means uses. Second, builder who builds wall, ठीक है, on the all sides of houses. Suppose he has to build walls on all sides of houses. Okay, so suppose the area of house is in square form. Okay, this is suppose the floor of the house, and he have to build some walls here. Okay, so to make these walls, ठीक है, this is the floor. So to make these walls he should require the length of the floor, कि भाई मुझे इतनी ईंट है यहाँ पे चाहिए। That means to build the walls, he have to calculate this length and ultimately calculate the perimeter. Similarly, to for a person to track, to make a track to conduct sports, सपोज ट्रैक बनाए जाते हैं रनिंग के लिए, तो उसमें भी उसमें मेजरमेंट चाहिए होता है कि भाई अगर मुझे रनिंग कराना है, मुझे 100 मीटर की रेस करानी है, तो आई शुड नो कि अगर मैं यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को यहाँ पे पार्टिसिपेंट्स का स्पोर्ट्स कंडक्ट करना चाहती हूँ, सो आई शुड नो कि भाई इसका लेंथ कितना है. मैंने बोला 100 मीटर रेस है, लेकिन मैंने उनको है ना भगाया 1000 मीटर. दिस इज अनफेयर. Okay, so that sport teacher or the coach have to calculate the distance. So for calculating that distance, he would be ultimately calculating the perimeter. Okay, boundary को calculate करेगा ना. Similarly, Diwali lights. During Diwali, if you want to light up your house with some lights, okay, and you want to buy some, the series आती है. So if you want to buy that, lights, what you would be doing, you would be first of all making an assumption. Okay, so this, and if you want to exactly, exactly the length, if you want to exactly know the length of the light required, you have to first calculate the, the length of the walls. Okay, suppose this is your house. Okay, this is your house, and if you want to make a round of the lights like this, okay, in all the four sides, so you would be calculating the length कि भाई इधर से इतना, this wall is how many meter, वो पीछे वाली दीवार कितने की है, बाजू वाली दीवार कितने लेंथ की है, और आगे वाली दीवार कितने लेंथ की है. You have to first calculate, you have to add up. Ultimately, you would be getting the perimeter of that house, and then you would be able to easily tell the shopkeeper कि भाई मुझे इतना मीटर लाइट चाहिए. Okay, so for this is another application of perimeter. Next, fencing garden, same as that of fencing agricultural field. Okay, so this is one of my examples. Next, window frame. If you want to, if you have already built your window, but you want to apply some frame to that, some wooden frame. You are having a steel frame, suppose. So you do not like the steel or metal frame. You want some wooden frame. So you would be calculating the length of the window, and then you would be saying the shopkeeper to give me some this much amount of wood. Okay, so because you want a wooden frame. So the thing is, then too also, if you are applying wooden frame, if you want to calculate how much wood is required, you have to calculate the length of the boundary of the window. Okay, and if you want to calculate the length of the boundary of the window, if you are calculating that, that means you are ultimately calculating the perimeter of the window. Okay, or else photo frame. Okay, if you want to apply a frame to suppose suppose this is your wall. If you are having from here your TV showcase, and from here you have some suppose some plants. Okay, some indoor plants are kept, and from here the TV wala portion starts. So you want to make such a frame that it should be fit into this space only. Okay, so when you go to the photo frame wala shop, what you would be saying, that I have measured the length, I have measured the boundary, that this much amount of this much size I would require for the frame. Okay, so what ultimately you would be calculating, you would be calculating the perimeter of that photo frame. Okay, and accordingly you would be providing the size to that shopkeeper, and accordingly he would make the photo frame, and you would be nicely fitting the frame between your TV showcase or any other plants present around it. Thing is, these are some applications where your this perimeter wala concept would be required. Okay, so I hope the basic thing regarding perimeter is clear. Okay, what is mensuration? We started with mensuration. We discussed what is perimeter. Okay, So in the next class, we would be solving some questions so that you would be get to know in detail, furthermore detail regarding perimeter. Okay, how, if you would be calculating, it would be, you would be enjoying. Okay, ki, acha hai, this is perimeter. Okay, since you are aware, you are very, smart enough to know this, but then too also we would be solving few questions. Okay, then we would be moving down to the further topics.